A lovely welcome to another episode of the Grace Period Podcast question and answer session here with me, Fifi Ababio. La vida es un carrusel, I'm glad and excited to come your way again with another episode here. And today our question is quite interesting. I'm very interested, so let's check it out. And when I come back, I'll give you the 112s. Does time in prayer matter? Does time in prayer matter? All right, welcome back, guys. I think that this is a very interesting question, and over time, I've been able to help a lot of young people out with this particular issue because it looks as if there's a new narrative in town, there's a new narrative online. You hear people say that if you haven't prayed for 20 hours, and you're already 18 years or you're already 20 years or you are in your early 20s, then you have failed as a Christian. Other people say that, well, because Jesus Christ told the disciples to wait for him for 1 hour or to pray with him for 1 hour, then 1 hour is the minimum that every Christian should pray. I beg to differ, with all of these assertions going on. That is why when we received this question, I was very excited to, reach out and answer this question. It's very simple. For us to really answer the issue of time, we must first look at, what prayer is and the purpose of it. Prayer is just an atmosphere where the children of God can have personal and intimate talks with their Father. So prayer is just communication, a communication between Father and children. Therefore, I ask you, when you go out to see your father, or you call your father on the phone, or you have a meeting with your dad, do you determine how long you stay with him? Do you determine, how many hours you want to spend with him? No, you just go spend time with your father, and when you are done, you just get out of there. So that's how the whole communication is. There is no specific time laid out in scripture. I mean, when you read the scriptures and you see where the disciples asked Jesus Christ to teach them how to pray, okay, when you read the whole of the text, you don't find where Jesus said you must pray it for 1 hour, or you must pray it for 2 hours, or you must pray it for 3 hours. Now, Apostle Paul in the New Testament, I'm referring to Apostle Paul because he wrote most of the New Testament books, and he did not specify a particular time of prayer. I think by personal experience that it's God that empowers us to pray or spend more time with him. For instance, if you go to spend some time with someone, you don't really determine. Sometimes you can even declare, oh, I'm just going to spend a couple of hours here with the person. But you go and you've spent the whole time, your whole day with the person, you don't want to stop. It's based on the kind of conversations you are having, the intensities of it, the based on the topic you are going to discuss and what have you. So time in prayer doesn't matter as long as the scriptures are silent on the fact of time. Then we too must be silent on that particular fact, because the Bible is our final authority when it comes to putting things in perspective. And I think that since Jesus didn't specify it, the apostles didn't specify it, we cannot make a doctrine out of time. However, it is important for every believer to spend a considerable amount of time with God every day. You decide. When you go, sometimes I go to pray and I want to just thank God. I end up spending, a couple of hours there. I won't want to mention a certain time so that somebody will say, oh, the pastor said this or that. But sometimes I spend the whole day with God. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't even feel like, talking that much. So I come, talk to God, do my Bible study, and I'm off. I think that the problem here has to do with the content, because some people think that if you don't pray for 4 hours, then you don't have a ministry, then you don't have a life, and it's really unfortunate and unnecessary. I think prayer is based on a relationship. You see, prayer is an atmosphere where Christians can build a relationship with God, and you don't put a time frame on it. You don't put a time frame. Don't allow another person put that kind of a time frame on it. All right. Well, so there you have it. There is no stipulated time in scripture that says that if you are this age, you must pray X number of hours and you are good to go. There's nothing like that. The most important thing is consistency, that you're able to pray all the time, that you carve out the time to spend with God. All right. God bless you so much for sticking and staying with me. I'll come your way again with yet another question to give you clarity. God bless you. Don't forget to keep sending in your questions. My name is Fifi Ababio. Catch you on the flip.